Episode 428.
Du Ming's luck is just rotten, isn't it?
The pro players over there are practically rolling on the floor. Du Ming lost this match purely due to bad luck. Tang Ru's erratic playstyle somehow landed every single hit on a vital spot, catching him completely off guard. Losing one match, he could win one back to save face. Winning another would naturally be even better. And then the guy lost yet another match. Who knows how many wins it'll take to salvage his reputation now. The host didn't dare to linger any longer. He rushed back to the arena and sent a different envoy over.
Fine, I'll go call her down.
Yi Shu said this, and Chen Guo, who was tough on the outside but soft on the inside, was already convinced in her heart. She just grumbled a bit more, stubbornly securing another match for Tang Ru. Chen Guo gave a nod.
All right, go ahead.
Du Ming's face was now ashen. He didn't dare to be the slightest bit careless. He brought the focus he'd use for the finals, fighting Tang Ru with 120% of his concentration. He quickly gained the upper hand. Over at the pro players' seats, everyone except the Samsara team was in stitches. It was clear to everyone that Du Ming's skill was far above that of any audience member, but this beautiful spectator was clearly no ordinary member of the audience. In a moment of carelessness, Du Ming fell victim to an improbable event from his opponent and lost that single match. But the matter didn't end there. When the improbable event happened a second time, it really made you wonder if it was improbable or all too probable. In the eyes of the audience, a pro player facing a regular player should win 10 times out of 10. Even over 100 matches, they might tolerate a fluke loss or two. After just 3 matches, Du Ming had already lost 2. The jeering and booing from the crowd swelled into another, even louder wave. Even if Du Ming won this round, it wouldn't save his face. To prove that losing those 2 matches was just an unfortunate string of bad luck, you'd need to win at least 8 or 10 in a row. But this is an official event at the All-Star Weekend. Would they really give me that kind of chance? The thought only made Du Ming's heart grow heavier. But he didn't dare to let his focus slip now. If he let that girl snatch another win through sheer luck, he'd never be able to show his face again. The match, now completely off the rails, continued. The arena was now filled with holographic projections, forcing the host to stand at the sidelines with a pained expression on his face. He had already sent someone to continue persuading Chen Guo, and was constantly glancing back in that direction when he spotted Ye Shu approaching. After a moment of surprise, he recognized the guy. He seemed to have come with those 2 beauties, and hurried over to greet him. Yi Shu said to the host,
I'll go call her down.
Thank you.
The host was so moved, they were nearly in tears. Yi Shu looked left and right, then pointed in a direction and said,
You can get up that way, right?
The host paused for a moment, then nodded immediately.
Realizing. Oh, right.
Yi Shu gave a nod as well, then made his way around the edge of the field toward it. The host watched Yi Shu's retreating back, scratched his head, and looked a bit puzzled. Once the match starts, all the lights are turned off to highlight the holographic projection in the arena. That little staircase leading up to the stage is completely swallowed by the darkness, impossible to see. This guy knows the arena pretty well. But at least the cavalry has arrived. The host felt a bit more settled and quickly turned his attention back to the match. In this match, Du Ming was completely immersed. The bout progressed swiftly, and he held the upper hand from the very start. Although Tang Ru's APM was still slightly higher, her chaotic, unmethodical playstyle was ultimately being suppressed. Du Ming carefully judged and distinguished which moves were effective, and which were just wild, empty swings. He seized that opening, and struck back with brutal force. For Tang Ru, with her APM, to carefully seize such an opportunity was also extremely taxing. But at this point, Du Ming was no longer concerned about conserving his mental energy. If he didn't get serious now, he'd be utterly humiliated. This match ended faster than any of the previous ones. The host did a quick mental calculation and knew the reinforcements couldn't possibly have made it up there in time. But if both of them had stepped off the stage, there's no if. The host was already in tears. The 2 of them never even left the stage. They just launched straight into a new match. And this time, the entire audience saw it clearly. The one who started the machine and actively issued the challenge was Du Ming again, not the one who had lost, Tang Ru. Tang Ru had simply accepted the challenge without hesitation.
Ha ha ha, Du Ming is really losing his cool.
The pro players kept laughing. They knew exactly what Du Ming was thinking. He was desperate to rack up a few more wins, to salvage whatever face he could. He knew the event wouldn't allow them to fight endlessly, but he had no choice. He had to take matters into his own hands. He just have to win as many matches as he could in the few minutes he had. As for Tang Rou, it was still the rookie's fast-paced assault, but Du Ming's desire to win had finally peaked. He had completely seized control of the match, leaving not a single opening. Relentless, aggressive offense, a wild, unrestrained style of play. He was finally showing the true style of a berserker. This match ended even faster than the last one. Without backing down, he issued another challenge, and the one taking the initiative was still Du Ming. The jeers that had been lingering all came to a sudden, complete stop. The audience suddenly understood what Du Ming was trying to do. He was just desperate to prove himself, to answer their jeers with action. After all, the Samsara fans in the stadium still supported Du Ming from the bottom of their hearts. Their booing was a kind of reminder, a nudge for him to pull himself together quickly. And now, they finally saw it. Their jeers hadn't been in vain, and everyone felt a bit of satisfaction. The next round had already begun. Both matches were over quickly, but these two just wouldn't stop. They were already on their sixth bout. The host, responsible for managing the live event, was frantic. His headset buzzed with urgent demands from the control room to fix the situation immediately. As for the television broadcast, I heard they simply cut straight to a commercial break. But how do we handle the situation on the floor right now? He'd finally found a way to handle Tang Rou, but the problem wasn't on her side anymore. After losing twice, Du Ming was the one refusing to let it go, desperate to prove himself. The helpless host had no choice but to head back to the pro player seats, hoping someone from Team Samsara would step in and talk Du Ming down. But deep down, he knew it was a long shot. The Samsara team definitely wouldn't want Du Ming to lose face. They'd probably all support him trying to get his pride back. And then there's Samsara's Zhou Zakai. Ask him a question, and he'll think about it for a full minute. By the time he's done, a whole match could be over. The host then realized his predictions today were spot on. He wandered over to Samsara's side, and sure enough, everyone there was just as he'd expected, playing dumb, humming and hawing. Du Ming was going all out, and his opponent wasn't backing down either. It was a head-on, no-holds-barred brawl. The matches were flying by, 1 or 2 minutes per round. The host had just run over to the pro player seats and said a couple of words. Samsara's team hesitated for a moment, and up on stage another match had already finished. The winner was still Du Ming, and the one refusing to back down was also still Du Ming.